Okay, so I'm gonna keep on going here. So you gotta take this screw from this part right here, and this little cap. It's kind of notched in the PCB or the board, so you want to make sure you pop that out. And be careful, don't break the little legs. This is just some plastic. So it just pops up like that. The spring, which was hooked up to here, it's gonna come out. So I'll show you how to get that back in there in a little bit. Right, you can see the spring there kind of floating here on the back. Right, so the spring hooks up from I guess the bottom of the actual unit. I think you can see it in there. So it's just in to a little L-shaped plastic. So I guess you could just leave it there if you want. You won't need it for now. So as we keep moving forward, you'll see that the wheel, there's no room for you to actually like take off the full wheel and be able to replace that unit. So what at least I found is there's this little cable here that kind of gives you a little bit more space. So be careful as you just try and get it off of this little bracket. And all you're trying to do here is really get more of a space to be able to play with the wheel. Again, it's just out of that little bracket. So now you get a little bit more space. So if you push it all the way through the plastic, here's kind of has a hard stop here. So you just gotta kind of push this plastic up, and this is as far as you're gonna get it. Again, there's no like full-on place for you to go out and pop in that wheel. At least, again, to what I found. Here's a replacement wheel, and I literally just muscle it through it. There's not a lot of space in between here. So I just kind of muscle through it. Now, be careful as you're doing this, obviously, because there's all these plastic parts, and it's not the most perfect way, but I got it to work. So slowly keep pushing that in and try and get it to roll as you keep, trying to get this in, trying to get the wheel to move up. You're going to get to a point where it's going to get pretty tough. It's going to get stuck. All you're trying to do is push this wheel all the way down through that hole as much as possible. So try and do this carefully as much as you can. Obviously, you don't want to break this. We're almost there. So what I found to be helpful is if you still have this little screw, you kind of use it to guide you, but make sure you don't kind of poke a hole on this little new tire. So I guess the success of this is just to be able to get the wheel through. This is going to be your major constraint right here. This plastic, which is a limit switch. So if you're able to get through that, just kind of slide it through. And there we go. We're in. So easy peasy. Well, it took me a while to figure it out, so I figured I'll share it with y'all. So now that little spring came out. What I do suggest y'all to do is to be able to put this in here first. God, I did it the last time. There's a plastic that comes with it, right? This is a cover. So that L-shaped figure is gonna be well. Before I go there, remember to put that cable back in its own bracket. There we go. So that's back in there. And all right, so now we got to get that spring in. So you still got that play. Okay, now before I go, like there's a couple of screws here and here. You don't need to take those out. Initially, I thought I could take that out and take the wheel out faster, but it doesn't come out. I try that. I also opened this up and there's no way of pushing the wheel out. There's a bunch of small gears in here. You don't want to get those dirty. There's a lot of grease in there, a lot of moving parts. So again, you know, I thought that was the easiest way. I'm getting that spring in here about to kill me, but I have to go figure it out. Where is that? So this is one end, so obviously it's gonna be on the top right here. Okay, so it's on the top part of the plastic, so it's gonna be right here. So again, it's an L shape. You do this from this angle. Try and get that in there. That's in there. Now, it doesn't matter with the wheel. Push it through. Whoops, it came out. Let's try it again. Some of y'all probably do this faster than I am, but again, I'm not just somebody try to figure it out on his own. So there it is. You can see the little spring there. So all you have to do is pull this to where your bracket is. So the bracket's got a little plastic tab, and that's what's gonna hold that. So you could use this to kind of pull your spring back in, and there you go. So these are the little tabs. So we're back in business. Gotta put that little screw back. There you go. Hope this helps you all. All right.